The exotic class items are out, and I've got to say, the way you get them is quite possibly one of the coolest things possible. First things first, let's show you how to unlock the quest that you need to farm them. What you need to do is you need to go to overthrow, and essentially you need to do one of each overthrow in each instance. So one in the landing, one in the blooming, and one in the impasse. You need to kill the final boss in each of them, and then after you kill the final boss, a witch will spawn. So the first witch in the blooming is over in the corner, in this little cave here on the side, which is where one of the little overthrow missions that you have to do is. Now, after you kill this witch, stay in the same instance. You can teleport to the other areas, but do not leave to orbit. Stay in that same world instance. The witch in the landing is over at the edge of the bridge, in the cave. And for the witch at the impasse, it's going to be over there by where the lost sector is when you do the campaign that you have to do here. After you do this, you head back to the blooming. That beam will essentially lead you as if you're going back to the landing by foot through the caves. And as you come through here, once you reach the area, you get Savathun's envoy. And what you need to do now is you need to go and find there's two enemies in here, or there's two big subjugators in here, in this big area. One of them is going to be a subjugator in the little hole in the floor. You'll see in a second. We're going to run up to it here. If I don't get pushed back by something. Here is the little envoy in the hole. You kill this one. It drops a little ball that you can pick up. There, you can see it. Sublimated darkness. So you're going to see my friend Jared picks it up, and he's going to run with it. He's going to go and dunk that in the room where you fight that ogre in the campaign. I'm going to run there too, don't worry. So you see there's actually a marker that tells you where to go for the next one. So there is going to be another subjugator here. And I am going to be picking up the other essence. So now you noticed, Jared there, he had a little darkness ball. I am going to pick up a little light ball here. And I'm going to take this to the exact same place. And we're going to do it together. Jared dunked his on the one platform there. I'm going to fall down a hole, come back up here, and then dunk it on the light. And then this will alert the gatekeepers, or alert the guards, and that will unlock the mission, Dual Destiny. If you have a friend with you, I highly recommend going into this with your friend blind. I say a friend because you'll see here, Dual Destiny, dual is 2, and 2 guardians enter the depths of the Pale Heart in search of power. This mission is one of the coolest things that I've experienced in Destiny 2. I will give a guide for it because it does require a guide at some points. But, so when you load into this mission, you will actually notice that you have to have one fireteam member being a light subclass and one fireteam member in a dark subclass. Prismatic does count for both. So if you're both prismatic, like how myself and my friend are, then you're going to be fine. Like you can see here, I am light aligned and my friend Jared is dark aligned. What this means is I will be interacting with anything light, like this platform here. My friend Jared is interacting with that dark platform, which unlocks this barrier, allowing us to get through. Now, this mission is on a timer throughout the entire mission. That's why I said, ideally you go in with a friend, but if you do need a guide and you're stressed for time and you don't want to, fight over and over again, this is a guide for you. So just head out and, follow the enemies, follow the pathway. You can rush past them, no need to kill them. And eventually, you will get to a barrier. And it's the same thing, right? It's you stand on the light platform, your friend stands on the dark platform. This will come up a lot during each of the traversal encounters of this mission. Now, you're going to be entering, if you are familiar with this, if you've been doing your missions, this is one of these cysts. Or at least it's one of the cyst arenas. Here is where the first puzzle comes in. You need to find balance. So we're going to come in here and you see there is a dark plate here. Jared is going to stand here. There is a light plate down below. I'm going to stand there to activate or start the encounter. Now, I have 2 podiums here. What this means is this will show the symbols from Vow. So hopefully you and your friend know the Vow symbols. Jared is on top, and eventually he is going to get an enemy that only he can damage and kill. I'm going to get an enemy that only I can damage and kill. When each of us kill those enemies, we get a mode of light or a mode of darkness. Now, once you get 2 modes of light, on those podiums, you can now see from left to right, Black Heart and Black Garden. So I am telling Jared in this specific order to shoot Black Heart and then Black Garden. And you'll see when he shoots the first one, it will give a little text and then another one. If you see it says your energy dissipates, that is incorrect. It means you either shot the wrong one or you shot at them in the wrong order. It has to be left to right. When you are up there in the darkness, or as the dark player, you will have objective markers telling you which ones are which. Once you do this correctly, you will see it says paracausal energy tears through you and you will both be teleported to a new room. This time, if you are the light aligned player, you will be the one that is going to be shooting the glyphs. And this time, there will be 3 of them to shoot. So, same thing. Kill your yellow bar, pick up 3 motes of light this time, or 3 motes of darkness. The darkness player will come over here and read from left to right the 3 glyphs that they see, and then you will shoot the 3 glyphs in that order. After this, you'll be teleported into a new room and you will have to do this a 3rd time, but this time with 4 glyphs that you have to shoot and call out for the light and dark player. That's not all though, there is more. After that, you're going to be exploring the anomaly. I'm not going to give a guide for this, it's literally have fun in a jump puzzle. When you find your platforms of light and dark, the light player stands on the light, the dark player stands on the dark. I will say, however, what you can do, since you're on a bit of a time crunch, is once you hit through this little narrow gap of the stairs here and you enter this very dark red room, on the right path, there is a little crystal that you can shoot that will extend your timer. So you can see I went left, Jard went right thinking we had to split up, and then he tells me, oh wait, there's a crystal down here. I'm going to jump down, head over to the crystal. There's also a collectible feather in here, by the way, so get that for your triumph. And then we're going to shoot it. And you can see 4:37, it gives us an extra 2 minutes. Jumping ahead to the next encounter though. This is another cooperative find the balance mechanic that we're going to have to do. So again, we're going to stand on the light and the dark plates to start the encounter. And this one, it's fairly simple once obviously you figure it out. But you can see a sort of glyph thing is spawning in the middle and there is a huge ring around them. Now, you'll notice that not all of mine are lit up. And Jard sees well, not the exact same thing. He sees the same symbols, but not all of his are lit up. What you want to do is you want to shoot the ones that are lit up for both of you. So what we did is we literally went, okay, starting from left to right, is the first one lit up? Yes or no? Second one? Yes or no? So the third one, so on and so forth. There are 3 that you would have to shoot in total. So once you know the 3, that's what you need to do. Now, in order to shoot them, you have to get a special buff. And that buff is acquired from getting the finishing blow on the tormentor that spawns in here. Fairly simple. Just coordinate with each other. What are the 3 in common that you have that are both lit up? And then shoot them. You can do it all in one go. Now, for the final encounter. The mastery of balance. Once you get the boss down to 2/3 of its health, it will go immune. And then you just gotta clear ads until you see 2 witches spawn. Now, these witches, like the ones from earlier, or the yellow boss from earlier, only you can damage your respective one. So that witch earlier there was not mine. This one I can damage though, so I will quickly kill this wizard. Now, one of you 2 will be able to see 3 symbols above the boss's head after this. The other person, just like that first encounter, will be able to see glyphs to shoot. So right now I see Ascendant Plane, Black Heart, Witness, and it is top to down. Top to down? Top to bottom. Pretty simple, just shoot them in the order from top to bottom, and then you can damage him again. Once you get the boss down to a 1/3 of his HP, he will go away and hide as his friend comes out. Another Expector comes out, Expector Yemek. That is the Strand one. Now, pro tip by the way. These 2 subjugators, and some of the subjugators in the campaign mission and even Overthrow, are Stasis and Strand. You do reduced damage to these bosses unless you are using their matching element. So, you can see right now I'm using machine gun and that was doing pink numbers, right? However, you'll see in just a second here, I'm going to shoot a tangle on the left and that will cause the Strand explosion, and this is going to do green numbers. And like good green numbers. 20,000 from a tangle explosion, and it's green. It's matching. Kinda like match game. Remember when you use the correct element to break a shield? Same thing. Later on, I actually switched to the call to burst him down a little bit better. But same thing though, once you get him down to 2/3 of his health, the roles are gonna switch. Here I switched to the call because I realized what's happening. And this time I am the one shooting the glyphs. My friend is the one calling out the glyphs top to bottom. Same thing. Once they are both down to their final 1/3 of their health bars, they're gonna be encased next to these big safe looking things, right? With a bunch of arrows or a bunch of glyphs around them. Once again, kill the wizard. That is yours. Only you can damage them. And you can see here, when I went on that side, this is not my wizard. And that is also why all of these are lit up. That's because I'm on the wrong side. However, when I go to my side, there will be a wizard that I can damage, and also I can see only 4 are lit up. So you probably just saw it there again. It changed. it changes very quickly and very frequently. It's the exact same mechanic. All you have to do is shoot the glyph on both sides, so both of you shoot it, that are lit up for both of you. An easy way to go about doing this is to assign it clock numbers, like it's the hands of a clock, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, a clock. And you have to make sure that you shoot the correct one, the matching one on both sides, 3 times in a row. You don't have to do it back to back to back when it changes, because yes, I get it, it does change fairly often like this. You can shoot one, let it change again until you are certain that you are both going to be shooting a lit up one. Because if you do happen to shoot an incorrect one, it will reset the chain and you'll have to start again from scratch shooting 3 correct ones. But once you do this 3 times, that's pretty much it. Both of the bosses become vulnerable and you can now kill both of them. And I am gonna refrain from spoiling anything too soon. Again, if you're watching this for a guide, stop right now. I do not want to spoil this for you. But if you want to know what's gonna happen out of curiosity, you're not gonna do this mission, I'll let you know what's gonna happen. Once you kill the boss, you can see it says claim your reward. Oh, it's over. We're both gonna get a new item. You can even see there's a cloak on the left and there's a warlock bond on the right. So we stand on our plates and what's gonna happen? Trust no one. There is no light here. And we both go to black and die. We were drowned in the deep. There is no escape. However, once we respawn, prepare for battle. I think we all see where this is going. I start looking at my loadout to see if I have PvP weapons because I know my friend is a sweaty PvP player, so I'm like, oh goodness. But at this point, we realize we both need to duel each other. Now, I will say, after I already select prepare for battle, my friend calls out something very funny. I prepare for battle and then he says, wait, there is a love symbol behind us. They are very cheeky and they spawn you looking at kill when there is love behind you. And I had already chosen kill. Now, I don't know if this matters, but because it says find balance, I'm not sure if both players have to do the same. I don't know if this is a prisoner dilemma type of thing going on, but I told my friend we're gonna PvP. Because I think to find balance, we have to do the same thing. And also, I kind of wanted to challenge him anyway. So I told him, it's go time. It's PvP time. The challenge is accepted. And this is not your regular PvP. Because you'll see, I whip out a machine gun. And I am surprised at how much damage he takes. This is like regular PvE types of resilience. But I think we're both using commemoration. And I start crouch spamming. And I win the duel. And then look at this. It says crush their ghost. I saw teabagging him to a dominance as well. And then here, you get the option to kill them or give them mercy. I do not know what kill does, but he's my friend, so I chose mercy. And just like that, we both get revived. And look at this. There is a symbol for me and a cloak for your friend. Now, I do not know what happens if you kill them. And I also don't know what happens if you don't, if like one person chooses kill, one person chooses love. This is why I recommended you go in with a friend, because if you do it like this, you will both get an exotic class item. If you do this with a random, there is a very good chance that they could kill you and not give you your class item. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would rather play it safe than sorry. This is by far one of the coolest missions though. So that's why I said, hopefully you ran this with a friend and you had a great time with them. And hopefully you got a much better roll than I did on this Warlock Bond.